wonderful work on indigenous knowledge. As I'm reading through the work, reading it, I try to compare and contrast Indian indigenous knowledge with where I come from, Nigeria, Igbo, where you may hear about Biafra land. I'm from the southeastern part of Nigeria, where we speak Igbo with our different divergent cultures. Our culture conflicts with our religion, and I'll take 2 or 3 things from Indian cosmology and compare them with that of Igbo. Now you have just a minute. So I'm trying to read. Couldn't see very well. Just to get the name from India, and I'll proceed. Yeah, you have the sacred interconnectedness. That's the Prakriti about nature. It's almost the same thing how we perceive nature here in Igbo land. Here, our land is known as a place of sacredness. The nature and all that encompasses it, there is sacred, and abomination against the land is like abomination against the gods. And once there is an abomination against the land, there is always an appeasement. Also, because of time, also there's what we call ahajioko. This is what we use during the rainy season that is also peculiar about rainwater harvesting, which is rooted in the local customs and respect for the national order. Before planting season, we just started, there are sacrifices to be performed. Ahajioko, there are sacrifices to be performed so that we'll have more rainfall for the forest. And after that, after harvesting, after cultivation, you have harvesting. And after harvesting, that is how we used to have New Yam Festival, which is very prominent in our land. So there is a relationship between Indian cosmology and Igbo cosmology. So many of them. Then you talk about the stewardship of governance, where you have the ancient system of governance, which we are never structured arrangements. It's also here in Igbo land, we have what is called ohacracy. Oha means the people, the opinion of people, the governance of the people by the people. You have what we call the umunda. When you're talking about you talk about children and people from the same kindred. Here you have a uniform form of governance. It's not structured like the modern one, but yet is very utilized here in the modern times, like what is here, like seen in India, and what we used to see in the Indian movies, and what was written here. It is an organized community, communalism coming together to take decisions from the highest, from the eldest. Decisions that are taken. Even Oyerenke Oyewumi try to translate it to that of the women, saying that especially to the Yorubas, that during the post-colonial, that when there are structures of governance is done by the hierarchy of elders, the logic of seniority. So when you now look at this Indian indigenous knowledge and comparing with Igbo indigenous knowledge, nature is one. There are similarities in as much as we are from different continents. You see that the dynamic nature of nature is something else, and nature is sacred. It's very, very sacred. So I really thank Prof for this wonderful book, and I really enjoyed it. Thank you because of the time. Thank you so much.